Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a plan with me in my Erin Condren vertical planner. This is the neutral version and it's for the week of November 12th through the 18th. So the kit that I'm going to be using is actually a bunch of leftovers from a kit I used last year. So it's this kit here from the Glam Planner. The shop owner's name is Elle Fowler. She was actually a really big makeup YouTuber. And then she has since moved into planning and has started her own, like 2 years ago started, so it's not recent, but has her own sticker shop now. So this kit is Elle's Thanksgiving kit from, I believe, actually like 2 years ago, and then last year it was revamped a little bit, but the same clip art. So this is actually a partial kit plus the leftovers of a complete or ultimate glitch kit that I purchased off of the Glam Planner website back last year. So I really, really love this artwork. I love the pastel colors, the fact that even though it's very pastel, it's still bright and it still looks like fall. I like that the browns are more of this kind of warm cocoa brown, like soft brown. I just really, really love it. And there's like this watercolor look to it. So I wanted to bring that back into this planner this week, even though, as you can see, I'm not actually using a complete kit. So I have all the full heart check boxes, a lot of the little things and headers, half boxes, a couple random payday bill due stickers, a bunch of icons and sidebar stuff, date dots, which I'm not going to use, and then some washi. And then some miscellaneous deco and stuff from the first page. But I don't actually have any full boxes because I used those last year in my Hobonichi Cousin, along with the bottom washi. Since I don't have any bottom washi, I'm going to be using the Simply Gilded bow washi at the bottom. This one right here in my hand is the peach washi. It's from the May subscription box set, and it's just a peach color with, I think it might be a champagne gold, I'm not quite sure, but it is a gold foil. And that's the 15mm and the 10mm size. The next washi that I'm going to be using is this lavender one with rose gold foiling, and this lavender one is from the Lavender Fields August subscription box, also from Simply Gilded. So I'm using both of these, even though there's gold and rose gold. The rose gold color to me is light enough that it's not going to bother me if I'm mixing metals like that. And I just really think that the peach and the lavender goes really, really well with this kit. This last washi I ended up not using in the actual layout, but when I was first putting this all together, I was thinking maybe I could use it to add a little bit more gold foiling. It's just a really thin, looks like a 5mm washi size from Michaels, and that was just part of their Michaels tube of washi. So first of all, I do want to apologize for how dry my hands look. It is winter and I'm really bad about like moisturizing and lotioning. Plus I didn't want to do it immediately before the video where my hands could kind of leave a residue on the stickers or on my planner. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Just as a slight warning, once I start laying down the stickers, I will be speeding the video up just a little bit, about instead of 100% speed, which is the regular speed, it'll be at a 150 speed, so just like half a speed faster, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'm starting by attempting to put down the bottom washi, or washi for the bottom. I'm using the two 15mm bow washi from Simply Gilded, and I decided to use a little bit of whiteout. I know I said many times that I don't like using whiteout, and I still stand by that. I don't like using whiteout. However, with washi, especially the Simply Gilded washi, the lines, you can see through them because the washi is translucent, and I'd actually prefer not to have that, so I'm willing to deal with the whiteout. I lay the whiteout down so that way you don't see any lines. So it looks like I'm about to start putting the washi down, but then I kind of have a little bit of difficulty figuring out if I want the pink or the peach on top or the lavender on top. So then I go ahead and change directions, and I'm going to go ahead and put the full boxes down first. So these are, and when I say full boxes, I mean the full heart checklist. Since this is going to take the place of my like full boxes, since I don't actually have full boxes, I'm going to lay these down first, followed by the headers, and then I'll be going into the bottom washi. So I'm going to add a little bit of music during this part of the video as I'm laying down the stickers, since it's just a little bit repetitive for me to talk through it. And once I lay down the full boxes, the headers, and the bottom washi, I will be back. Alright, I am jumping back in real quick because I forgot that I did this first between laying down the full heart checkboxes, the headers, and then the washi. I decided to use this deco to create the quote full box on the very top left here. So since I don't have any actual full boxes, I decided to use this larger sticker. It says, "When I count my blessings, I count you twice," and then it also says "Be thankful" on top as another sticker, and I thought that those would be great as to kind of take the place of the quote boxes. I decided not to use the little flags at the top to cover them up because I don't feel like I have a lot of extra stickers I can use to include in my planner for like appointments and stuff, so I wanted to use those flags instead. And I thought that the Erin Condren color, although it doesn't match perfectly, I thought that it was okay in how it matched. So that's what I did for this top part of the sidebar, and now I'm going to go back to laying down the washi for the bottom washi strip. So apparently this plan with me is pretty scattered because instead of finishing the bottom washi on the other side, I decided to stay on this page and jump to the sidebar. So I'm using the 10mm lavender washi because I wanted to include more of the bow washi since I didn't really have any glitter headers or any other headers for that point to kind of bring everything together cohesively. So I used the lavender washi as kind of a divider, and then I put down the habit trackers, and then I realized that the washi wasn't long enough. So I knew that this box on the top left-hand corner on the sidebar is not the same size as the actual boxes, the vertical boxes for each of the individual days, but I hadn't actually really made that connection until just now. So I ended up pulling the washi up and then laying it down again longer so that it fits the length of the habit tracker. So I'm just doing that now, replacing that washi and then cutting it off appropriately. So now this next part, I actually had to edit it out because as you can see here, I cut the washi crooked, and then I literally spent like half a minute trying to fix this crooked washi. So I just cut that out because no one needs to see me struggle, although I really, really did struggle with it. So leave a comment down below if you also struggle with the slice tool. I feel like so many other planner girls can use the slice tool perfectly, and I can't. It's a really tough learning curve for me. For the next part of the sidebar, I was thinking of using this thinner washi from Michaels, and here's where I lay it down, look at it, and then decide I don't really like how it looks. Because the little florets are so circular, they basically look like polka dots, and I just thought it didn't quite fit with the rest of the look, so I decided not to use this washi at all. So I go back to the lavender washi, and I'm basically going to use the lavender washi all down the sidebar as little dividers in place of what I would normally use glitter headers for. So after this bow washi goes down, I'm going to put down one of those full box weekly trackers, which is going to track my work, and then I'm just going to take a work label from another one of the pages and lay that on top. And then you'll see me kind of play around with the very bottom of the sidebar. I was debating about putting down that second full weekly tracker, but I just didn't like the way it looked. I thought that it was a little bit too close to the very bottom. It looked a little bit scrunched, and then I ended up putting just a bunch of plain or striped washi strips from that were part of the pattern in the actual kit. I just laid a bunch of that down and then put some deco on top of it so that there's more deco at the bottom and then less, I guess it's less functional, but it looks better to me, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and play music through this part so you can just see me or watch me as I lay down the rest of the sidebar. And I will come back after that's all done. Now that the sidebar is done, I decide to go to the other side of the page and finish the bottom washi, laying out the washi here at the bottom. So one of the things I've kind of noticed as I have been editing these planning videos is that planning takes a lot longer than I thought it did, especially if I'm filming. But even when I'm not filming, if I were to just do this on my own, it'd actually probably take even longer. Because I'm filming, I am aware of the time. But if I were just like left to my own devices and not worried about a camera, I'm sure it might even take like much longer than this. So it's kind of interesting to think about like doing all of this like quote unquote pretty planning is fun and relaxing to me, and that's why I do see it as a hobby. But if I'm just thinking of it in terms of strict planning, it's not actually that effective. I mean, I know that we all know this, but it's just one of those, like, as someone who's editing these videos, I'm like, huh, this really is true. It's not that effective, or efficient, maybe is the best word. It's not that efficient, but can still be effective. And like I said, it helps me relax. I like laying down stickers. I like kind of attempting to be a little bit creative, especially in a situation like this where I don't have everything given to me. I had to kind of piece together some stuff, but at the same time, there's some structure involved where I'm not like just staring at a blank page and trying to figure out what to include. I do have like a color theme and, you know, some basic structure that I can follow. All right, so now I'm going to start with the daily planning. So this actually was filmed on Monday, and even though I'm not doing this voiceover until Thursday, but which is why it's going up a little bit late, so I do apologize about that. But I did film this on Monday, so I'm actually going to have a lot of blank space in this planner because at the time that I filmed this, I didn't really know what was going on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So Monday, I woke up early so that I could make breakfast because we're trying to just, in general, eat a lot healthier. And then I used a half box with the film slate icon and the planner sticker icon to indicate that I was going to be doing a lot of filming that morning, which I did. I did this plan with me, another plan with me, and the something else as well. Oh, I think I edited the Hobonichi unboxing as well. Then I decided to write down my to-do list. I did try to list out all the to-dos that I had for this week so that way I could fill them in on camera. So I have laundry, I have to fold and dry them and fold. I have to give my rent check, mail my health insurance, put my dishes away. Micah's our dog, so I have to take her for a walk in the morning and bring her over to my in-laws. We take her over in the mornings to the in-laws because we're gone at work, and my mother-in-law is retired, so she basically watches our dog for us, and it keeps her company as well. Underneath the to-do list, I decided to put another half box with this, I think is this Sprinkles the Unicorn? I don't remember. I think it's from Frank Hart's You. I could be totally wrong with the name of the unicorn though. And basically I wrote down that there was this training from 1 to 5 p.m. for work. It's for the IELTS training. IELTS is it's the International English Language Testing System. It's basically a test for students who are English language learners if they are trying to get into a university or if they are trying to immigrate into a English-speaking country that is like a Commonwealth state, then like Australia or Canada, then they have to take the IELTS test. So this training was just for me as a teacher. How can we teach this test to our students so that way they can be successful on it? And also just know about the test in general if our students ask. Another thing that I did that was very different this week is that I put down the Little Things dinner labels or dinner stickers. That's something I've never done before, and I decided to try doing that this week because I had all of those extra Little Thing stickers that I wasn't going to use otherwise. I don't usually track my dinners. I find it kind of weird to track your dinners, at least for me, because I usually end up eating the same things every day, but I thought I'd try it out this time. I realized that I wanted to include more of the washi as almost like headers, so I started putting down some of this peach washi, and then later on I'll be using the lavender 10mm washi as well, and kind of staggering those as best as I can. So that just adds another layer of the washi in there, the bow washi, and kind of brings it all together, which I really like. The flag that I'm using at the very top was to note that I had to go in early because I had class that morning I was subbing for. And I put down this movie marquee because I was going to see a movie, but we ended up not going, and instead we ended up getting new iPhones, my husband and I. So I think in that movie marquee, I didn't actually write anything down because I didn't want to put it on camera, and I also didn't know what movie we were seeing. So I'm just going to replace that, keep the movie marquee, but I'm going to write instead that we purchased new iPhones. So yay for that. I'm super excited about that. For this quarter box, I put down this library books circle icon and just wrote that I had to go to the library to return books because I had one book that was overdue. And I think that might be it for Tuesday. So what you just saw through the music playthrough is me being highly scatterbrained. I went from the movie marquee on Tuesday, and that reminded me of another movie that we're going to see on Thursday. So my husband and I have scheduled or have reserved tickets to see The Crimes of Grindelwald, which I guess now that I've seen the movie is The Crimes of Grindelwald. And so I wanted to put down a movie marquee for that. I had to flip through my extra stickers to find a marquee that matched, and I believe that's a Creating & Co. marquee, it looks like. But then as I was putting down the movie marquee, I was like, oh, I want to make sure that I put down the 10mm bow washi as kind of like a header. So I did that for Wednesday and then Thursday, and now you can see me putting down the bow washi as headers for Friday and then for the weekend. I'm actually using this bow washi to kind of create a slight background for the weekend banner, which I'm now placing down on top of it. So as you can see, very, very kind of scattered in my plans. And like I said, when I originally filmed this plan with me, I didn't really have set plans for Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday other than the movie on Thursday. So I jumped immediately to Sunday to fill out Sunday because I definitely know what I'm doing then. I am going to be flying out of town on Sunday, and so I went ahead and put down that flight tracker, which I will fill in off camera after this is all over. And then I wanted to put down this half box indicating that I was arriving at Disney World, which is where my husband and I are going to be staying for the first 3 days or 4 days of our trip. And I just used a little bit of the extra washi to create a border so that it would kind of close up some of that white space. To mark that we're going to Disney, I used the Glam Planner Teenie and Friends sticker. I think this character's name is Lolly, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've used any of those stickers. And then down at the bottom, I wanted to put a half box to indicate that we're just going to be walking around in the Disney Springs area and just kind of, we're not actually going to a park on a Sunday, we're just arriving. And but then I remembered that I also wanted to put down that we are going to dinner. So I have that quarter box label, or I guess label, at the very bottom, and then the half box on top of it, which will just kind of indicate that we're, doing some shopping and walking around the area and just kind of generally relaxing at the start of our vacation. All right, so now I'm going back to Saturday, working backwards, and I decided I'm going to use the peach 10mm bow washi at the very top as a header. So I'm just laying that down right now. And as you can see, I'm getting slightly better with the slice tool, the more that I'm using it in the spread. At this point, I'm not quite sure what else to do for this spread. I kind of felt like I should be adding more information, but I didn't really have anything else to put on the spread when I filmed this. So I went ahead and filled in the movie marquee. I wrote in the title of the movie, The Crimes of Grindelwald, and then I went ahead and filled in what I could for work, which wasn't that much. And then for the weekly trackers, I am tracking breakfast, which, since it's towards the end of the week when I'm doing this voiceover, I can tell you I've been fairly successful with breakfast, but the 15-minute tidy has been kind of a 50-50% success rate. All right, so now I decided to put down a payday sticker on Friday. This is one of the few not payday stickers, but it's one of the few stickers in the kit that's this brighter orange color, and while it's not completely out of place, it is a little bit more brighter, or it is brighter and it stands out a little bit more because it's more of an orange color rather than these kind of pastel-y pink and mint and purples. So that's pretty much it for the spread. I don't really have a whole lot else to fill in at this point. If you're interested in seeing what the spread looks completely finished, check out my Instagram. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description box. I'll probably be posting a completed spread photo of this on Instagram maybe sometime next week or the week following. It depends when I can get a chance to actually take a photograph of it and upload it. And here I'm just showing you the stickers that I have left. Obviously, all of the labels and quarter boxes, half boxes, and icons I'm going to save. The washi and little things and the littles headers I'm probably not going to save just because I don't really use those. But overall, I'm happy. There's a lot of stickers in this kit and I'm happy with how it turned out. So thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of the week. Bye everybody.